Hey everyone, thanks for checking out our deck tech. Today we're bringing you BluesClues, a variant of blue-black control. This deck was created by Jacob Harris. Now, Ether Revolt brought us some pretty good cards, and in blue-black we got definitely some love. Disallow Fatal Push is just absolutely amazing, and I think you're going to like this build here. And I think the main thing you're going to like is that it's probably going to catch your opponents off guard because it's not your typical blue-black build. Now, the first thing we're going to start off with is the creatures. There's only 4 of them, and it's kind of the star of the deck, Torrential Gearhulk. He's a 5/6 for 6 with Flash. When he enters the battlefield, you get to cast target instant card from your graveyard. Now, by the time you cast him, you likely already have any number of your kill or counter spells to choose from, like Disallow, you've got Grasp of Darkness, you've got Fatal Push, Murder, Negate, Horribly Awry, which all of these have been used so far to keep your opponent's board state looking rather grim. Now here's where this deck probably starts to differ a little from other decks you've looked at. Tezzeret, Master of Metal. Aside from having just an amazing name, he's essentially a reusable tutor for your Gearhulk, since they're the only artifacts you're going to be running. And if he manages to survive, his -3 can be a finisher, and his ultimate, well, that's just gross. Now, you're not going to want to see him more than once, so only 1 copy of the deck, but between 4 Glimmer of Genius, 2 Anticipate, and the Jace, Unraveler of Secrets, finding him when you need him, along with your other answers, shouldn't be too hard. Our next unique card is Trail of Evidence. Trail of Evidence monopolizes on what this deck is already doing, which is slinging instants and sorceries. Now, it's going to produce clues, which will add a little bit of relevance to Tezzeret's -3 ability, but even more important is that it's adding gas to your draws. And what's better than cracking a clue and drawing a card? Cracking a clue, drawing a card, and triggering Revolt for your Fatal Push. Also, to help us make sure we get that Revolt trigger, we've got Blighted Fen and Evolving Wilds. Just some cheap, easy ways to make sure we hit Revolt when needed. And then we have the only 2 sorceries in the deck, Ruinous Path for those bombs that don't seem to really want to die easily, and Yahani's Expertise is kind of a pseudo board wipe. Our sideboard is mainly just different control focuses where Negate or Dispel might be a little more powerful, or if the Fatal Pushes or Ruinous Paths seem to be working a little bit better. We have Sphinx of the Final Word, which is really good in other control matchups. We have Kalitas for graveyard creature decks, plus the 3/4 lifelink will have them thinking twice about wanting to go on the attack. We have Gonti, Lord of Luxury, personal favorite of mine, I love that guy, and Ob Nixilis Reignited. Those guys are there mainly for the mid-range games or for anyone who tries to really grind out the matches. And lastly, we have Blighted Cataract, just a little extra something for some late-game card draw for those matches that seem to be going just a little bit long. Alright, well that seems to be it for our deck tech on this BluesClues deck. Let us know what you think down in the comments, and any changes you might make, or if you even plan on playing this or something close to this in an upcoming event. I'd like to thank Jacob Harris for making this deck and letting us make a deck tech out of it. I'd like to thank you for watching the video, and if you like what you saw, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and check out the other videos that we have posted. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter at ChuckWagonMTG.